Hello everyone and welcome to another Physics 211 online lab simulation walkthrough. As always, my name is Alec. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be having a chat about mirrors. Today should be a relatively easy one, so that is good news as always, but that doesn't mean it's any less important than our other topics that we're going over, just slightly easier. So as always, please read through the attached lab manual before before you attempt to watch this video or to do the lab on your own, because it's good to get an idea of what we're going to be doing before you get into it. And you'll notice today we aren't going to be using PhET because they don't have mirror simulations, unfortunately, so we'll use a different set of some browser-friendly simulations here. The first of which is this one. So what you're going to do, go ahead, go to this link and go and actually walk through both of their tutorials that they have. They have some pretty lengthy and pretty good tutorials for you to walk through that will kind of give you an idea of how mirrors work out. So please go ahead and walk through those, but I will not be doing that today. First, what we're going to do is going to go to the webpage above and go back to slide 6, which I've done here, and I'll expand this in a moment. But then we're going to iterate through this next process. We're going to choose an angle from which to fire the laser. And then we're going to record that as the incident angle in this table here, and then we're going to fire the laser and record the angle at which it reflects. That'll be the reflected angle, and you'll probably see a common theme between the incident angle and the reflected angle as we're going. And basically, we're just going to do that 5 times. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. All right. Now, what you'll see is as we're going here, we can pick an angle to fire the laser, and then that angle will get reflected, and so then the program will kind of show us the incident and reflected angles. So I'm going to choose 5 angles. First, let's do, I don't know, 80 degrees? How's that sound? So it really turned out to be 79 degrees, but our incident angle in this case was 79 degrees, and our reflected angle was also 79 degrees. So let's choose, I don't know, how about 60? Incident angle again, 60 degrees, and the reflected angle was again 60 degrees. And go ahead and mark these down as I'm going. Let's choose, I don't know, 44. That works. So again, the incident angle was 45 degrees, and the reflected angle was 44 degrees. Next, let's choose somewhere around 30 here. All right, so incident angle 31 degrees, and reflected angle is, again, 31 degrees. And for the 5th and final point, let's choose about 20 degrees. Once again, the incident angle is about 21 degrees, and the reflected angle was about 21 degrees. All right, so go ahead and fill those in on your data tables. I'm going to transition back. Okay, great. So go ahead and fill those in on your data tables right in here, and we'll move on to the second part. All right, so for part 2, we're told to navigate to this simulation, which I've done here, and we are also told to, of course, run the application, and then click on the grid button. Actually, let me reset and click the grid button. Great. Now click the mirrors drop-down menu and click plus drag a mirror onto the screen. Basically, we're literally just drawing a mirror onto the screen here. Let me bring the grid snapshot back up again. So we've just got a mirror here that I can move around and kind of do with what I would like with it. Next, we're told to click the point source button, which I've done here, and drag or just click a point source and add it to the screen. Now you'll see a collection of all of its rays. Of course, this is a bit confusing, so what we're actually going to do is just click this button here, the All Images button. And what this is just all you see is the images from the source and from the mirror. And if you click the Extended Rays button, of course, you can see how they would kind of follow through if you could see behind this mirror, right? This, of course, over here is a virtual image because mirrors don't actually, allow rays to pass through them. But anyway. Now, yeah, click on the All Images button. So now we're told to click on the Ruler button, which I've done here, and then to click on or actually near the point image and drag that from the image to the mirror. So you can't actually click on the point source, or else it'll start moving around like this. So what you're going to do is just click right above it on the grid, and you'll see, we marked really the distance between the point and the mirror is the important thing, not necessarily the y distance here, because we're just going to be measuring out a straight line here. And now you can see. I've overlain a ruler from this point source to the mirror, and it looks like we're at about, let's see if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each of these little ticks is 10 centimeters. So we've arranged it such that the object is about 210 centimeters away from the mirror. And now we're going to go from the mirror to the image. And we're going to have to do this again in a roundabout way, but I'll grab my ruler here. And the ruler, as you can see, shows that that the image is also about 210 centimeters away from the mirror. So go ahead and record those as both the object distance as 210 and the image distance as 210. And then now we're told to just repeat that step 4 additional times using different images. So I'm going to place another point source on the field here. Let's see, I'm going to put it a different distance away. How about right there? Grab my ruler, and we're going to measure the distance from the image. So that's about 120 centimeters, or from the object is about 120 centimeters. And from the image, again, we get about 120 centimeters. I'll move that. I'll just overlay them after having done that. So you can see it's pretty well reflected, right? So this is 120 centimeters. This is also 120 centimeters. Go ahead and record those. I'll place another point source. Let's go way out here. How does that sound? Okay, grab a ruler and extend it towards the mirror. And then I'll grab another ruler and extend that towards the mirror. Bring those both up such that they are overlain. And you can see that the object distance here is about 600 centimeters, and the image distance is 600 centimeters. So let's go with a fourth point source. How about right here? And we'll, again, measure it out from here to here and from here to here. All right, so in this case, it looks like the object distance is about 410, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 centimeters, and the image distance is about 460 centimeters. And let's go ahead and do one more point source. Let's go really close this time. Grab our ruler. And, all right, so we get about 10, 20, 30, or actually, sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40 centimeters away from our object distance here. And then the image distance, it looks like, is about 40 centimeters as well. So go ahead and fill those in your data tables. And that should be all the data you need for this lab, actually. Of course, if you can, take the data on your own and, just to get an idea of what's going on here. That should be all you need to do the data analysis and questions. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, or we can talk things through during our question session, of course, every weekday from 1 to 2 p.m. roughly. And aside from that, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching.